40 this, 40 that. The Verner has. Look, I want to start off by saying happy Sunday to everybody. And I just also want to take a moment to count my own blessings. You know what I'm saying? And just for the simple fact, I know it's about probably 75% of people out there that could have been in my shoes and they would have been folded. You know what I'm saying? Wrapped something around their neck and hung themselves, or whatever the case may be, went PC for Lord knows what reason, or whatever the case may be. Because I know my situation could be 110 times worse. And at the end of the day, I do have a release date. And I will make it back home to my family, my loved ones, and everybody that's rooting for me. Eventually, sooner or later. Yes, I have been incarcerated for 8 years and some change. Yes, I do have a 10-year-old son that don't see the bigger picture and everything that I've done. And he don't understand the fact that everything I've done has literally been for him, or to try and better our life together, like type stuff. But at the end of the day, my situation is my situation. And I know it's a lot of things that may sound cool, or insights from older people that may seem like this lifestyle is cracked up to be something that it is not. Personally, I'm not gonna say it's too late, but it's like damn near to the point like it is what it is. But I want to be the one that's involved in this type of lifestyle to show the up and coming generations that this ain't what we should be destined for. Like, it's bigger things to life, and it's more to life that we should be chasing, other than trying to kick it with our big homies on these 4 yards. And it's very, very easy to fall victim of deception. Because when we getting put on these games and we taking action and putting our life and giving our life and everything we stand for to a street and a color, all they gonna tell you when you getting put on that game, right, is nah, get back in there, run your face. Like per se, being from rolling 40s, we catch 4 head-ups in a 2-man pack out. Well, that's what I did. And at the end of the day, all they sitting back there when you in that backyard doing what you doing and getting it in, they gonna tell you, oh yeah, the Hoovers ain't gonna give you no breaks. Get back in there. You don't need no water. The Blackstones ain't gonna give you no breaks. The VNGs ain't gonna give you no breaks. The H-Trades ain't gonna give you no breaks. So you thinking that that's what it is in your mind. They on some county jail stuff. But most of the people in that backyard, they ain't really hit that 4 yard. They don't know that at the end of the day, all them people that you chasing and you gunning for and you want the worst for in your free world, then the people you're gonna be forced to protect when it's all said and done on these prison yards. And when it's all said and done, who you think your worst enemy might be the man that had to save your life when it's up with these North A's and these Southsiders and these others and everything else that ain't black. When they trying to put a knife in a fellow black man back, or his eyeball, or his neck. You know what I'm saying? And now that I just come to think about it, this ain't no disrespect to nobody or no shade or whatever y'all say in this day and age, but on rolling 40s, now that I think about it, the only people who walked the 4 yard out of everybody in that backyard when I got put on my game was me and the young dudes who put me on the hood. And we was all puppies, babies, 14 and 13s and little kids. And we the only ones that went through this. If a nigga just want to keep it all the way hood and keep it all the way 140%, like, raised to forget. Respect is something that's earned. And we hearing stories about these older dudes that just grew up in a community and they just like pretty much we respecting them off stories we heard. We wasn't there for that type of stuff they did way in the 90s or whenever you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, we give them that old default. This my big homie, these my older homies. And we forced to take a liking into all these people just because our parents or our grandparents or whoever our guardian is decided to move to a certain area, and this is where we grew up, and this the lifestyle that we thought was cool, and this is what we chose to do, being a representative of our community. But when it's all said and done and everything get real, that community not gonna be there for you. You might got one or two real loyal friends that hold it down and got your back, that still answer your phone calls. But in reality, that whole community not gonna be there. You're gonna get into these situations and you're gonna finally speak to those from other communities that you hated. For what reason, you don't know. But you hated him. You hated everything he stood for. You hated everything he represented. You hated all his friends. And you meet some of them dudes and they be like, damn, old boy straighter than some of the weird dudes that I grew up with. But at the end of the day, it been fuck you for so many years. And it take for you to be 28, 27, 26 to go on and like be mature enough to even break that ice and have that conversation. And it's like, damn, old boy is straight on the hood. Because you was raised different. You was raised on the other side. And it been fuck that man, fuck everything he stood for, and fuck all his friends for the longest. Like with me, it's too late to take back some of the things and I done did and stood on, and it's just like it is what it is. Karma gonna run her course. And for me, it's Vernon Avenue forever. But that don't make it great. That don't make it right. That don't mean that we can't change. The upcoming generations and the young kids that's growing up, that's looking up to me or people like me that's doing similar things that I'm doing and that I've done. Because if a nigga want to keep it all the way hood and just be technical, I'm not the person to look up to. I'm not the person to think it's cool. It's way more out there in the real world and in real life to glorify and to look up to and to chase your dreams.